go, baby. Get down there. Yeah, up. Go. Get out. That's your failure. Come on. One more. You got one more in you. Segundo, get. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Surprisingly, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero have chosen to start the build-up to their fight in a way that wasn't anticipated by boxing fans, while many had expected them to begin with some fierce trash talking and verbal punches. They have both chosen to focus on their training sessions' music. Instead, for Ryan Garcia, he has taken the bold step of returning to his former trainer that helped him with several knockout victories during the early days of his career, now with Eddie Reynoso Ryan. Garcia has gone back to his basics, the exact way he used to train as a youngster. He begins the day jogging as early as possible for physical fitness, and to gain a mental edge over his opponents, he goes out jogging as early as 3-4 music a.m. He then does that for about 2 hours and returns between 600 and 7 afterwards. He gets a light breakfast and gets back to work. This involves some exercises in the gym for fitness, and weight building. This helps his fitness in the ring and helps his knockout punching power. He then takes a little break before returning at noon for boxing training exercises like sparring sessions, shadow boxing, and punching exercises. A typical day with Eddie Reynoso is quite different from a day with Derek James. As a main boxing contender, he needs to roll with the punches to adjust his training programs when circumstances change. Music. Garcia is currently stuck with Eddie Reynoso, which means that he's now able to keep up with his typical strength training regimen. To support his ring work, he took some time to open up to Men's Health to record the routine he has been doing to stay ring-ready. Adjust to your surroundings, because the world doesn't wait for you. He says, just like Bruce Lee said, you need to be like water. Water goes into a cup, it turns into the cup. Water goes into anything, it becomes that. That's what you need to do when you're working out. And for anything in life, just keep music. Adjusting Kingry is purportedly set to face Rolly Romero for the WBA welterweight title in May at a currently undecided venue, and it looks like he is bringing in his former trainer Reynoso for his upcoming fight post, splitting with trainer Derek James. After 2 fights, Garcia's father Henry Garcia recently revealed why it was hard to not go back to Reynoso. Talking to Mill City Boxing, Garcia opened up about a potential fight in the works and Reynoso's re-entry into Team Garcia. Turkey Al Sheikh came through. He likes Ryan. There's something new. The coach is new. We're back in San Diego. That's right, it's hard not to get along with Eddie. Because of the heritage, we go way back. Canelo and Ryan worked out everything. He said it was a misunderstanding. Everything. Eddie Reynoso, thus leaving Derek James. The news comes as a surprise since Garcia had fallen out with Reynoso before he made his way to join Joe Goosen. Goosen managed to guide Garcia until his first defeat when he boxed Von Davis Tanks, stopped him in the 7th round with a body shot in the biggest fight of his career. Ryan then made the decision to leave Goosen as he moved up to junior welterweight. He teamed up with Derek James, joining a star-studded stable, which included Errol Spence Jr. and Frank Martin. He secured victories against Oscar Duarte and Devin Haney. However, the Haney win was overturned into a no contest once Ryan failed vita test. For Peds, Ryan was then given a year ban. Garcia was suffering from mental health struggles during the build-up to the Haney fight, which has now culminated in him having a fresh start. He is set to face Rolly Romero on May 2nd. In his first fight since his boxing ban, he joins Reynoso, who currently works with Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez as 2 big names. Henry Garcia, Ryan's father, has confirmed the news as they seek to have a strong 2025. Turkey Al Sheikh came through. He likes Ryan. There's something new. The coach is new. We're back in San Diego. That's right, it's hard not to get along with Eddie. Because of the heritage, we go way back. Canelo and Ryan worked out everything. It was a misunderstanding. Everything is back to the way it was. We're good. Come on. Garcia last worked with Reynoso while fighting Luke Campbell in 2022, following which he worked with Joe Goosen and James, while Garcia worked with Goosen for his fights against Trayvon Davis, Emmanuel Tago, and Javier Fortuna. He quickly joined hands with James for the Oscar Duarte fight and the controversial Devin Haney showdown. It was nothing against Derek James. He's a good, excellent coach. The thing is, there wasn't anything out there in Texas as far as what happened to him. Ryan last year wasn't as positive as it was here, so why go somewhere negative when you can switch it around? Ryan feels safer here. It's better here. Southern California, Henry said. The news is also significant since Garcia was linked with a fight against Teofimo Lopez, and Garcia fired verbal shots at each other. Following the takeover's reaction to his mental health struggles, Lopez controversially suggested that Ryan had sold his soul, while also mentioning his mother's battle with breast cancer. Ryan did not take those comments well, as there were suggestions that they could settle things in the ring. Oscar De La Hoya also said that Lopez was a serious contender for Ryan's first fight upon his return to pro boxing following his ban, but the decision to join Rosso means that a fight is less likely.
Come on.
They are likely to spar with each other, meaning they will understand each other's game more. It also means that there is an incentive on the stable to make each of their fighters, when resulting in different matchups moving forward. However, it offers Garcia an opportunity to learn from a two-weight world champion and a two-time lineal champion. As Ryan seeks his first world title, the stakes have been raised for the reported bout between Ryan Garcia and Rolando Romero. The Ring reported that Garcia versus Romero will be for the WBA World Welterweight title. Amin Stanonis is the current World Boxing Association champion and will put his title on the line later this year when he faces undefeated IBF champion Jaron Ennis on April 12th at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Right there. If you're a cheat or if you're a scumbag, nobody's going to support you. It's going to be hard. But, you know, Turkey a la Cheek, man, he came through and he believes in Ryan. He likes Ryan. Actually, his kids like Ryan, too.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
The bout is reported to be taking place in May at a venue to be named later in the United States. Garcia and Romero have never fought at welterweight. Romero is ranked 8th by the WBA at junior welterweight. While Garcia isn't ranked, Garcia is also in the middle of serving a 1-year suspension due to failing 3 drug tests for ostering a banned substance for his fight versus Devin Haney. On April 20th, Garcia missed weight by 3.2 pounds for the bout versus Haney and had his decision win overturned into a no contest due to the 3 failed drug tests.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, how's training camp? What's new? What's new?
Well, yeah, there's something new.
Romero previously held the World Boxing Association belt before losing by 8th-round stoppage to Isaac Cruz on March 30th. Romero won a unanimous decision over Manuel Jamie on September 14th. In his last bout, Haney is reported to be facing former junior welterweight champion Jose Ramirez on the undercard of Garcia versus Romero. The expectation is that if Haney and Garcia win their respective bouts, they'll fight later in the year in Saudi Arabia. It will also help prepare him for any Haney rematch, since it will remove any ring rust that he may have suffered during his timeout. Clip 7. Yes, in May we're going to be fighting. There will be good another big fight. I'm ready to do it. Rommel is still a great fighter. He may have lost one time, but fans love him. He's a big dude. There were so many people in London, and they were all meeting with Turkey. It's nuts. Times Square. Yes, me and Rolly were going to fight on many occasions. It never went down. I feel this is a fight that fans wanted for a long time until Romero lost to Pitbull Cruz last year. I don't think it should make any difference. He's still an explosive fighter. Cruz box a great fighter, so you can't take anything away from him either, Garcia said.
Coach is new.
I know. I heard.
Yeah.
We back at home.
That's right, brother. We're back in San Diego.
So
Yeah,
back with Eddie Reynoso.
That's right.
On the rematch against Rolly Romero, when I win against Rolly Romero, I will fight him again, beat him again, and finally put that to rest, move on with my career, and just make May fight Teofimo, right? That's how it's going to go. So I'm just fighting everybody, bro, everybody I want to fight. I'm fighting on what weight he'll fight Rolly Romero. Ryan Garcia replied, it'll be 144. I'm just giving him, like he's not a small man. I'm trying to give him something you can't say, oh my God, what an easy fight. I could have done that, but I didn't know safe routes here. I'm confident, and I have enough skills to do it.
How's that been, the chemistry coming back to that?
It's good, brother. It's good. You know, it's just, let's put it this way. It's hard not.
Fans were hoping to see Ryan and Pitbull fight, as it would have been a lot more interesting than watching Rolly be given the matchup. It's unclear if there were other fighters available that could have stepped in the 140 pounds division. Has a lot of fighters with more talent than Rolly, and it would have been great for fans to see someone else. Rolly Romero is definitely not a great fight for Ryan because he was recently knocked out by Pitbull Cruz in the 8th round last year on March 30th. Rolly obviously is a bargain basement level fighter with limited ability who doesn't belong fighting in the main event of Turkey Al shakes card on May 2nd against the superstar Ryan Garcia.
A lot of things ahead, but fight-wise, I either want to fight the 154-pound champion, Sebastian Fundora, or I want to fight Isaac Cruz.
According to the New York State Athletic Commission, Garcia will be reinstated on April 20, 2025, provided his samples are devoid of any banned substances, with the date inching closer. Plans for a major comeback showdown for Garcia is around the corner. Both Garcia and Romero are yet to fight at welterweight. While he had the opportunity, during the Haney fight, the title quest was taken away after he missed. Wait, the current champion Amanda Stanonis will put his title on the line when he faces international champion Jiren Boots Andis in April. Romero is currently ranked 8th by the World Boxing Association at junior welterweight.
So you can't really take anything away from him either. This should be a great fight still.
What happens if he doesn't win this fight? Does it like take it out of play, or he's still going to fight you regardless?
Rolly Romero is a courageous, fierce boxer who brings seriously heavy punches with anyone he fights. This fight style has won over many boxing fans in recent years, but he is up against it next up against boxer star Ryan Garcia. Speaking to Fight Hype, Romero said with Ryan, "Yeah, man, it's long overdue for sure. Honestly, it kind of came out of nowhere."
Should find a replacement if he doesn't win, but I'm sure he will. I think this is a touch-him-up fight.
One day, Ryan's walking around talking about fighting Isaac Cruz and all that, and the next day I wake up, and it's Ryan Garcia versus Rolando Romero. I guess Ryan didn't really know what was going on. The two are competitors, and will be gunning for one another ahead of this one. In the press, neither are introverts, and will be promoting the hell out of this fight. Get ready for the games to begin shortly on this one. Garcia, on the other hand, is not ranked.
I see where he was guiding me, and he just led me to Dallas, led me to Derek, and I pursued it, and I'm here now, and I feel good. I feel,
His status on social media has helped him to become one of the most visible competitors in the sport, even at such an early stage in his career. His highlight reel knockouts and fast hands are a fixture on huge sports Instagram accounts like House of Highlights and ESPN. A few days ago, the Mexican fighter Isaac Pitbull Cruz had achieved his long-awaited payday, as even without being notified, he knew that he would finally face Ryan Garcia on his return to the ring after his suspension for illegal substance use. To prepare for his triumphant return, His Excellency Turkey Alec organized a series of 3 fights that would conclude with the long-awaited rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney.
We get along with Eddie because of the heritage, we go way back, Canelo and Ryan,
For this, King Ree would face a street fight in New York in May and would then face Haney in October, with the trilogy ending with a welterweight title fight in Riyadh in early 2026. Everything was going well, as several reports indicate that both Alash Sheikh and the King Ree team were eager to face the Mexican. Garcia even made the announcement on his X account. However, everything fell apart when it emerged that the Pitbull rejected the proposal, and the Mexican-Americans team decided to choose Rolando. Rolly Romero, former World Boxing Association super lightweight champion, as the opponent for his return. Isaac Pitbull faced Angel Fierro a week ago in the main event of the fight between David Morrell versus David Benovitz at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
I'm asking you about this, right? We sparred in 2013, March 2013, right? I was